Guna TV got Albert JTV. Arsenal made hard work of that, as we've done lots of times in the past. What do you make of the game?
Oh man, well, firstly, it's good to be in a channel, man. Secondly,
Thanks,
I said this to some of the other guys, and I've done a few fan cams tonight. That we should have. It was a mixture of we deserved to win it over both legs, but we got out of jail tonight as well.
Yeah,
Mixture of two. Self-inflicted in terms of the goals scored against us. I actually thought we sort of the first 20, 25 minutes, I thought Ceballos and Erdegaard were actually, I thought it was very good, actually, to be honest with you. Progressive passing, forward passing, intricate play, getting into the pockets of space. Even though we didn't really create anything, we got into dangerous areas. I thought the game as a spectacle was a lot better than the first leg, because the first leg was terrible to watch. But yeah, we didn't really create anything, mate. But it was we got into good areas from what I could kind of see.
Yeah. Ceballos, you touched on there, obviously made a couple of mistakes. I don't blame him too much for the first goal. I mean, that happens in football. And to be fair, the free kick was an unbelievable free kick. The second one, kind of his fault. But looking at his play overall, it seemed like Arteta wanted to be like a deep line playmaker, threading them sort of balls through. What do you think?
It has to be that way, because I think that's the only way you can utilize him in the team, particularly now as you've got ESR there and Erdegaard. But like I said, Ross, I thought him and Erdegaard, the first 25 minutes, I thought that was very, very impressive. Erdegaard's passing, Ceballos, like I said, was progressive in his passing. The build-up was very, very patient from the team. And those two were sort of the two key figureheads in that. But what I would have liked to have seen a little bit more was Saka made some great runs in behind, and Aubameyang did, but we wasn't picking the passes. That was the only thing I would nitpick. And then, lo and behold, my Nigerian brother done the business, man. What a pass, Ross! What a brilliant pass! And the finish was superb.
Isn't it?
Yeah, the finish from Aubameyang was superb. But that's the thing with Saka. Like, you have footballers there's not many footballers that do it, mate. They might not be influential in the game as a, in 70 minutes or 80 minutes, but he's always in the right areas at the key times. He's always there when the things happen. And Saka done it again. He was very structured in the way he played as well, because there wasn't a lot of interchange that he did. He literally stayed on the right. Everything he did was on the right. Erdegaard and ESR, there's a bit of interchange, but like I said, Saka was very, very structured. Whether that came from Arteta or it was Saka himself or a bit of both, I'm not too sure. But yeah, then we let in a worldie of a goal, man. Then Benfica got a penalty in the first leg, and then worldie free kick in the second leg.
Yeah, you couldn't really say too much about that free kick. I mean, there's no goalkeeper saving that. That was one hell of a free kick. Again, like you say there, Saka, to me, if he was Spanish or Brazilian or French or something like that, people would be saying he's worth 50, 60, 70 million quid. Every game he gets better. He can score goals. He can do passes like that. He can cross the ball. He can do everything.
Yeah, and you know what it was as well. You know what, Ross? To be fair, when they made it 1-1, I think we was very fortunate that there was only 2-3 minutes left of that first half, because we was rocking, mate. We was rattled, man. And you know what? If it had been another 10 minutes in that first half, I think we could have been in trouble, mate. And actually, to be honest with you, it continued into the second half. Like they said in commentary, the first 10 minutes of the second half, it was cat and mouse. But then, Benfica didn't cut us open, man. They wasn't playing intricate football and getting behind the fullbacks. They didn't really create anything. It was down to our individual errors or self-inflicted errors, which are giving Arsenal fans heart palpitations, because it's happening all the time.
I know, mate. It was just we was up, we was down. It was crazy. And like you said there, I didn't think Benfica really showed much threat. But there we were, 2-1 down, about to get bounced out of the Europa League Cup. So I don't get it, mate. Moving on to Kieran Tierney, again, another fantastic performance by him. I thought, great goal. And just his reaction, like, he gets it, doesn't he? It's something we've missed from the Wenger days, definitely the last few years of Wenger. Just doesn't, no one seems to have that passion and what it means to play for the club and what the fans feel. But what do you make of him today, mate?
Ross, I'm so glad you asked him that question, man. You know this guy's my man crush. I love him. I wanted him at Arsenal for the last 3 years. But before I come back to him quickly, I want to say with the I don't think the defenders. I thought the two centre halves were poor tonight, Gabriel and David Luiz. And the goal, it's a bias for the goal. I don't know what the hell he was doing. But back to my guy Tierney. If we didn't get that goal, when we got it, Tierney's goal was different class. A fantastic strike. I think we would have gone out tonight. Because if it had gone 10, 15 minutes and we still need 2 goals, I think we was bang in trouble. So we got that goal, and it happened to be Kieran Tierney to get the goal to get us back in the game with about 23 minutes to go, I think it was at the time. Because if it had gone on longer, Ross, I think we would have been on Twitter having arguments with all the Arsenal fans around the world, not just in the UK. But yeah, that goal was crucial, mate. That to me was the turning point.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, mate. I mean, like you said, I think it was pretty much hit back in about 4 or 5 minutes after they went 2-1 up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Odegaard, jury's still out on him for me. What do you make of him today?
I think the good thing is he got more minutes because, like I said, he's not played a lot of football before he came to us in January. I thought he did okay. Like I said, he kept things ticking. He's not a sideways merchant. He does look to play the ball forward. And when I say play the ball forward, I mean to make that key pass in order for us to get goals. I thought he was okay, Ross, to be honest with you. Like I said, with him, I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt because, as long as we're in the Europa League, we'll have a lot more games to play than just the Premier League. So, give him time. We'll see how he the path of course turns out with him.
Yeah. Looking forward to the summer, mate. What sort of positions, what sort of players would you like to, or players specifically, would you like to see come into Arsenal? And there's a lot of talk about a winger or a number 10, a partner for Thomas Partey, a right back. Who do we need to really drag this team forward back into the top 4 and challenge for the league title again?
Well, we need a shopping list longer than my Tesco shopping list, man. And there are other supermarkets out there before people get upset. I didn't mention Sainsbury's and Asda's or whatever, but anyway. But Ross, before I mentioned that, I was going to say to you, one thing that baffled me tonight at the time was the substitutions. I did not get that at all.
Is that the Willian one and not Martinelli, or?
Yeah, because the thing is, like at the time, we're going out of Europe. The papers, the journalists were ready, man. The Arsenal fans are ready with their keyboards on Twitter, and Arteta he wasn't helping himself. I thought Martinelli and Pepe must be thinking we need 2 goals to score, and we're not even being brought on. I mean, it's worked out in the end, but yeah, I had to get that in, man. But in terms of your original question you asked me, as I said before to many of the viewers, right back has been an issue at Arsenal for years. I don't care what anyone tells me. Stop telling me about Bellerin, and it's not about what he wears. I couldn't care less. There's better right backs out there than him. Go and get Lamptey, Aarons. Look at James Justin at Leicester. I know he's had a major injury now, but these guys would walk into Arsenal at right back. That's the first thing. None of this Basuma and Party, CDM's rubbish. If you go and watch them play, go and watch Basuma play for Brighton, he's not just someone that taps the ball sideways. He's exactly what we need to complement Partey. 100%. So a right back, Basuma, and we'll see what happens with Odegaard, because if you get those 3 players in, and Ross, I'm being greedy. I want as a striker. I want Edward from Celtic. Yeah, I do. I think to me that is a no-brainer.
50 million, absolutely.
No-brainer. Like I said, that money for Celtic, Ross, in their league, 15 million is like buying a striker for 50 million in the Premier League. But, bro, mate, do we trust this Arsenal ball to get it done? The jury's still out, mate. Jury's still out.
Yeah, no, I agree. Even if they do, they'll leave it to the last day of the season, won't they? Let's be real. Couple more questions, mate. how far can we go in the Europa League? Do you think we need to get lucky with a draw? Do you think we can win it? Or do you just think, we've probably got as far as we're going to get?
I'm going to have the same consistent answer I've had being asked this question a million times, bro. Personally, I don't think we can win it. But what I will say is it's a cup competition. We've got a puncher's chance. We need a bit of lady luck. And like the famous Jimmy Grief said, even though he's ex-Tottenham, football's a funny old game, mate.
Do you think we're going to win it then by what you're saying?
Nah, there's some good teams still left in it, man. I don't know what I think Leicester were losing, was it, with about 20 minutes to go?
Apparently so. Apparently going out to Slavia Prague or so. Apparently they've rested the players for Arsenal.
Mind you know what, Ross, they're still in the FA Cup though. That's the thing.
Okay, and they're challenging for top 4. To be fair,
yeah. So there's still some good teams left in there, Ross, mate. So
Unai Emery's still Real. That'd be an interesting game if we draw them.
So I'm not confident over 2 legs. I mean, mate, we just about got the job done tonight. That was tough, but yeah, I think we'll come up a bit short, mate. But like I said, a puncher's chance, man. Anything's possible.
Yeah, sure. Just finish off with me. Just touching it briefly there. Leicester away. Can you see us getting a result there? And what have we got to do to get a result against Leicester?
Well, the first thing anybody can do is pray. Secondly, you know what, Ross? I'm going to stick with my original prediction when I looked at the Premier League fixtures about 2-3 weeks ago, and I said, I think I said it to you actually. We get a point. I reckon we get a point against Leicester. And I'm being optimistic when I say that because I know how poor our record is there. We ain't won this since 2015. Vardy scores against every top 6 club, home or away, so he'll probably score again. But I'm going to be bold, mate, and say that we'll come away with a point.